Hello. We know what day it is today by the way that the music was playing in the background. Guess what? It's Sunday. And today we got lot of hot topics to talk about. We're going to keep it a little bit cute and cool down. Gotta do what a girl's gotta do. Let's see. Um, Savon, the
Yes,
mistress, are you in with us tonight?
yes, ma'am. I am. How are you?
I'm doing good. And then we also have our other distinguished person with us this evening,
Hi
Zylan.
everyone.
Hi, Pumpkin.
How you doing, baby?
Good. Just a little tired, but
How you doing? You doing good?
hmm
I
Yes.
understand it's the beginning of the work week for everybody, one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Hillary. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Williams. I don't want to be incorrect. What's up, Erica? B Stars in the house with us tonight, and Ali Alexander is in the house with us tonight. Child, y'all know I'm getting old. I need to be putting on glasses for real, but I'm not. So is a lot going on in the news today. We have
There
everything from
is.
people acting crazy to it's just so much. It's just so much. So what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna break it down. It's just gonna be a little chit chat, a little girl talk tonight. But tonight our show is going to be and sponsored with this evening. Pass the Sugar. It's a gender queer boutique and styling services. And that's actually one of our sponsors for this evening. So it's a little bit different. Y'all go on there and check it out and y'all see exactly what it's all about because there's some different stuff on there. So, it's not for the G's, it's not for the quees, gender neutral. So if you like what you're doing, just tell my girl that you heard it here first. And we're gonna get into a little light something. Before we go any further, Savon.
Ooh, yes. Warning, the views expressed and opinions expressed on this program is just that, views and opinions. Don't take any of this bullshit serious. But I will warn you, your discretion is absolutely advised.
Amen.
Amen. Let the church say
That's what's up. So amen. So how y'all days been so far? I know I've been running like mad crazy, and as y'all can see, I'm not using my background tonight because everything going. But it is what it is. I'm thankful to still be alive. How's everybody doing?
we doing good. You don't have to
I'm
use that
good.
background, girl, giving us some
Y'all
freshness
doing
tonight,
good.
a fresh perspective.
hmm
So tell us more
Like
about
something,
you.
something. Well, I was actually, I don't know if y'all remember, but one of our YouTubers that come on here with us sometimes, uh, Lee Alexander has actually a boutique, and I was actually on
Oh, I didn't know that.
his timeline on his Twitter, not Twitter, it's an Instagram account. And like he had this beautiful piece, it was like draped in three pieces. And it was like his corporate wear, but it was like funky enough to be like casual. So it was like a velvet strap around the neck. So it wasn't conventional. It was very, if you like ornate pieces, it's very like ornate. And I wish I had to grab some pictures, but I didn't get a chance to grab some pictures. But it had earrings and it was like super dirt cheap. It was like three pieces. So you know how you like to stack your jewelry on top of you. So it was
Yeah.
kind of sort of like that, and it was like $5 for the earrings and like the piece, and it was a little less like how we like doing the gaudy a little bit with the chandelier drape pieces. It was
Yep.
three drape pieces, but it was all connected together. It was so cute. I said, "Oh my god."
Okay,
I
Leanda.
just didn't even. I said, "Oh my god."
Okay.
Okay, we're going to check that
Yes, trying to
out.
get us together
Yeah,
tonight.
we have to.
Hopefully
Yes,
he'll
it's
drop
very,
the
very, very nice.
hopefully he'll drop the link in the comments so we can check it out.
hmm
So Sly is in the
Yeah,
room tonight.
and
Did
I
you
definitely want him at some point tonight to come on and talk to us about it.
agree?
No, Sly.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
Sly, what's up,
you had a good
baby?
old work, honey. We know you had to
What's
turn in
up,
last
baby?
night. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Miss Creole's back.
Baby.
Hey, Miss
It's just
Creole.
it's so
Thanks for
much though.
coming
It's
back.
so much.
Absolutely. So yes,
Miss Creole. Hey, Miss Creole. Good evening. How you doing? Hmm.
we've definitely have some what
What you
in
say,
the
baby?
what this week.
Yeah, we do. It's a lot of stuff.
Girl, when I tell you.
To be
So
honest,
we
we
gonna
missing
get
a few
into like
things.
one or two things and four. Huh?
I said, to be honest, we probably missing a few things as well.
Woo!
You know we probably did. So, we're not getting the kids all the way together. We just getting them slightly together tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And put in my other earpiece so I can hear everything. For y'all that are trying to follow along with us, I did a little like something for y'all. This is some of the topics we're gonna hit, but we're not gonna hit them in any particular order. We're just gonna do it off the top of our dome. And if you didn't, that means you don't have me or Savon or Zylan on your Instagram because I posted it on our Instagram so you can follow along right along with us.
Mm-hmm.
Where can they find
But
you? They don't
speaking
know.
of which, have y'all ever been? Okay, my Instagram is Jasmine Divine, the same way that you found me here on YouTube. It's the same spelling JazmineDivine. That's where you can find me on Instagram. And I'm also on Periscope too now, as of 10 minutes ago. With the same thing. I don't really know how to use Periscope, but I'm gonna figure it out. Yes, I don't know how to use it, but I'm gonna figure it out. And Savon, where can they find you on Instagram?
On Instagram, they can find me at the Savon Experience. And on Facebook, they can find me at the Savon Experience. And on Periscope, I believe is at Savon 1976, I believe. Yep.
You can find me at Zylan
Okay,
Artist
and Silent.
on Instagram,
Oh, Instagram, yeah.
and that's it.
Sweet as
Yes. Okay. Sweet and to the point. Don't forget y'all to like, share, and subscribe to everything. And we do bring you fresh new content every single Sunday and Tuesday. Tuesdays, is a force to be reckoned with. It's something different every Tuesday. So you just have to stick around and watch what it is. So I was thinking whenever I was doing my thinking today, y'all, what is that song that just gets you into two categories that gets you be ready to, that turn up song that you be ready to fight with? And then what is that song that just calms you down and be like, baby, I love you. So I think everybody got at least one or two songs that be like, oh, I'm gonna get you crunk with if they throw your song on, because I don't know if y'all remember that song back in the day. Oh, we don't fuss, we don't argue, we just hit that. That used to get me crunk in the club. Like, yeah, what,
I love it.
So what is that song that gets y'all just crunk that y'all be like, oh my God, y'all drop them in a comments too.
So for me,
We're gonna put some of those out there too.
Knock If You Buck is always gonna be mine. I'm sorry, it just always will be Knocking If You Buck.
Yeah,
I was on in the club.
that's Shaquan's favorite. Knock If You Buck.
Over.
Oh.
Over.
Mine it's gonna be real over. Mine is
okay. So let me ask y'all this then.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Mine is The Percolator.
What you said?
Percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Uh-oh.
That was mine.
Uh-oh.
I do love the
So Knock If You Buck. Let me get back to this one. What is the Knock If You Buck? What is it about that song just make you just be like, it's gonna be on and popping if it's somebody done stepped on your shoes that night, it's on. So what get you there?
You gotta ask your question.
It's the beat. I don't know. It's just the attitude that Diamond has the whole time. It's like, you nooking, you bucking, you ready to fight. Like just the attitude of it all. Just
so much.
Makes you that ratchet.
Yeah, it's just real ratchet and hood.
That's why I couldn't. I was wrong. But Shaquan, as soon as they get ready, she throwing beer bottles, babe. I'm gonna go outside. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
But that's my song.
You know it, baby, because when what's that song that it has up in there? They be talking about they gonna bust the bottle on the side of the thing and be sticking with the bottle or whatever. Because Knock If You Buck just give me that. Just like, okay, it's time to get that old 40
forgot
bottle and
that.
pop it on the curb and be like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yes, God.
The one with the
So then I can't think of the name of it. It's
book in a bottle. I beat that bitch with a bottle.
yeah.
Oh God, I don't know that song.
That one. Yes.
I don't know.
We don't fuss. We don't argue. We just that with a bottle. We got a problem.
that's it.
I'll solve them. We just yes.
I know that song, but I don't know the name.
So I guess we gonna title this one right now. Ratchet theme songs, y'all. Ratchet theme songs.
Yeah, it really is.
Yes,
was.
ratchet theme songs.
So, and then you ask, what was the song that makes you say "I love you" and all that other stuff? Ooh, girl, I don't know. It's so many.
So what is that one that just go to you know, because you know you have some people that say, you know, turn off the lights is gonna be the song that's just gonna get you up out of there. Either, you know, what is the song by Luther Vandross, The House Is Not a Home? So you know to be like, oh, you can have it, Daddy. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be fighting you no more. You know, because sometimes you know Fantasia, When I See You Again, be like, you know, that's that song. Be like, when I see you, you be like, yeah, I miss you too. Or either Sent from Heaven, another good one by Keisha Cole. Be like, you know, I'm sorry.
I can't
Yes.
think of the song.
Or Patti LaBelle's I Love You.
I had so many of them. To be
But
honest,
the one I think that I like the most, most of them are Jill Scott songs. I can say that. I can definitely say that. I want to say,
oh, come on. Which one?
Well, Let's Take a Long Walk. That's mine. And then He Loves Me are the two that, baby, if you want me to perform lingerie,
yes,
with a good old luxurious European blonde wig, girl, you put on He Loves Me. That's it.
Yes. Yes. Do y'all remember that song?
What you say,
The Way? Yes, that's a good one.
Oh God.
Yes.
Right.
Is it the way? Yes, God. Yes, God.
Her whole first album. That's it. All of them.
Yes. Yes. I agree.
And
do y'all have do y'all remember when she came out with her Green Eyes by Erykah Badu?
It just puts me in a good calm mood.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yes. Because I eat a lot of vegetables.
Yes, Floor Tree, say yes.
Oh that's my God, Miss Creole. Floor Tree, you
yes, say yes.
Say yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Oh. Yes. Or Brooke Valentine. Y'all know y'all remember her because somebody mentioned in the comments. Brooke Valentine's Cover Girl was always that song that, you know, when I wanted to feel like that just that release and cry mode.
I don't think I know that
song. Brooke Valentine, Cover Girl.
Erykah says Spend My Life.
That is so good.
Is a good one. Erykah says Spend My Life.
Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah, we want to go there.
Next Lifetime is a good one.
They did. I saw that. They did have like a little cover that they did on Instagram, I believe, or something.
Yeah.
If we don't talk about duets, though, my favorite one is Kiki Wyatt and
Avant. Long as I live. Yes.
Well,
yes.
No, as Kiki says, niggas say "As Long as I Live," but the name of the song is "My First Love."
My First
That's
Love.
The actual name. That's the actual name.
The song,
I like that one too. But it's getting late. Yes.
It's getting.
Oh,
why you gotta be here?
Yes. Yes. I told y'all.
See? You done started some stuff now, honey. Because girl, right. Yes, God, that makes me
want to You stupid.
Look, I'm finna take you to another one. What about My? Johnny Gill, My. No, ain't do
Yeah,
nothing.
there too, but it's not that, I love that song, but it doesn't get me there though.
I think that's no. You know, I mean that voice.
That's like a precursor to, you know, because let's see, what's another one? Pat LaBelle's If Only You Knew.
That would get me there too.
Yes.
I don't know if it'll get me.
Oh,
there.
and then
It'll get me ready to, have, call my aunties and, what I'm saying, us just have drinks, you know what I'm saying, and just chit chat. That's what that do. They don't make me want to, like, give the good done Debbie's up, girl.
I feel no, if you ask me to by Patty, that one would get me there.
Shayla, yes, if you ask me to, she will take me there too. And then Emotional Roller Coaster is a good crying song.
Yes. Emotional Roller Coaster make me want to fight somebody. I don't know why, but it does. It makes me like, first of all, I'm not gonna be on this emotional roller coaster with your punk ass. And so I guess because how I've always referenced the song was via a read.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take you home?
Oh, can I take you home?
What's that song? Damn it.
My Forever Love.
My Forever Love by Levert.
We got some.
What song is that? What song is
that? Song right there.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all better come on. We gonna do what's the old vibe? What is the Fox that he did?
What's that old TV?
Oh shoot. Fire and Desire. What about that one, y'all?
Oh, that's a good one too.
By Rick James and Tina Marie. Fire and Desire.
Oh,
yes.
Be Your Girl by Tidra Moses gets me there.
And
then Complex Simplicity gets me there. That one calms me down.
Who?
Tidra Moses, Complex Simplicity.
It's
off the first. It's off the first album. Her first album. I think.
I haven't heard about that one. See, we getting schooled tonight by the young and girl. I ain't heard that one.
Yeah, because that's the. When did they come out?
Oh, they trying to take us there tonight. You good when you get off of here, you finna go get Mr. Maxwell, A Woman's Worth.
Yes, that's a song. But Fortunate gets me there too. That's another one.
Oh no, Shaquanza didn't try you tonight.
Just ignore her. She's okay.
Why is she trying you?
She not, girl. She just,
Oh Lord.
Oh, Lenny, yes, honey.
What about Lenny Williams? Yes. Oh, Lenny Williams. Why?
I'm dead.
Why? Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus.
Definitely Meeting in the Bedroom.
I'm trying to think of another one. I'm trying to.
Baby, I'm Ready is a good song too.
Meeting in My Bedroom. Oh, by Silk.
Yes, that's a really good one.
About Silk.
Oh, I forgot about
Brown,
Silk.
Don't Do
There's a
Me.
meeting.
I know they came out before I was born, but that don't mean I don't listen to
Me by Michelle. Michelle who?
You mean Michelle? She means Michelle A.
Michelle A?
Mm-hmm.
Michelle A.
Girl, I remember.
Yeah.
Come on, Adina
but hers
Howard.
By me is Something in My Heart.
Come on, Adina Howard.
Nasty Grind. Oh, T-shirt and a pantyhose.
Yeah, Adina Howard made you want to.
And then Nasty Grind would be mine by.
And then Freak by her. I mean, Freak Me. That's another one.
Yes.
Oh, baby. Is that
yes.
Oh, let me lick you up and down.
And then Adina has a song called Freak too, but I forget what the name of it is. But she has another.
For real?
We have to
see. Y'all try to put me up on game now.
What song of Luther and Leander? Because you gotta be specific with Luther because when Luther got skinny.
Oh, he's talking about House Is Not a Home. That's what he was talking about. Because he just put the lyrics in there.
Yep,
like,
A House Is Not a Home.
That's the House Is Not a Home.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about the song Jamie Foxx? Can I? Can I? Da-da-da-da. It's the one that he has the. Oh my God, I can't think of the name of it. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx. What is the song by him? That he's got somebody else in. Drake is in there rapping in the song.
Mm.
Oh, I think I know.
Fall for your type. You know, fall
Oh,
for your
that's the
type.
song. That's a good song too. Fall for your type.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
another Jamie.
I
and
know
then
this
Tank.
is an original Shirley Murdoch song. Whenever I say this, huh?
There's a Tank
Which
song
one?
too. I'm about to find it. Hold on. Tank got a lot of
Okay.
songs. Yeah.
And then I know Shirley Murdoch's "As We Lay" was good, but I love me some screaming Kelly Price when she sings "As We Lay" because that was my song right there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if only for one night. That's a good one too.
Yes.
Oh yes, and girl, what about
Husband,
husband?
yep.
Yes, God, husband.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, God.
Mm.
Yes, fall for your type. Yes, that's the name of it. Thank you. Fall for your type. Good. Oh goodness. Giving you the best that I got. Anita Bacon. Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God.
Oh, D-Star, that song.
Y'all know what? We ain't gonna be reminiscing like this tonight.
Come on, Anita Baker.
I don't know. I can't listen to no Anita Baker. That's gonna make me feel. That makes me feel I'm being disrespectful to my.
Why?
I don't know.
Anita, text me there. Yes, God. Anita, text me there. I apologize.
I don't know why.
What about You Mean the World to Me by You Mean the World to Me by Tony Braxton. TLC is a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. Red Light Special.
Red Light Special.
That's a classic one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
okay, Anthony Brown.
It's not really old that I do like, and that's Cater by Destiny's Child.
Yes, it is. That's a good song right there too.
That right
yes.
there, you want to
yes,
put
I like that one too.
T-shirt's a good one too. T-shirt off that last album.
Yes, T-shirt is.
What about some Deborah Cox?
I don't know.
You said T-shirt by them?
See, I don't know if that makes me get me to move. That's my good old breakup song, and you trying to get back with me, and I'm being spiteful. That's the type of song. It's emotional, but it's like, no, we can't be friends. Roll on. Stephanie Mills. Yep, definitely Stephanie Mills. Out on a limb, Tina Marie. Okay.
Shout Tina Marie out on a limb.
I want to come over to Miss Creole house for a good old soul night.
Right, she got some good.
Ain't she getting us together tonight? Welcome in, Mr. 6'8". Welcome in.
Leander, the partition makes you want to just drive a roll up the partition, please. I don't need to see you got your honey.
That song doesn't get me though.
It gets me hype, honey. It makes me want to get up.
It gets me hype, but it doesn't get me in like that kind of mood.
Hype. It gets me hyped to want to get on there and bounce on it.
So what about Jumpin' when it first came out? Now that used to be the song to get me hyped in a club. You know, Jumpin' by Destiny's Child. That used to get me hyped in a club. Or either Bugaboo, whatever you got ready, tired of talking to somebody.
Then Say My Name is another one that will get me there.
Yeah,
that'll get me hyped.
Let's see. What did it say? Something in the Way You Make Me Feel.
See, if Get on the Bus was a better single, I wish they promoted Get on the Bus more, because that's my song by Destiny's Child. It was produced by Timbaland.
One of my favorite Destiny Child songs is Feel the Same Way I Do off of their number one Destiny Child.
Which one?
Surfboard.
It's called
Surfboard.
It's called Feel the Same Way I Do.
And it's off of Destiny Cheese and crackers. Y'all is doing it tonight.
Which album was that?
This one right here. 2000. Is it this one? Okay.
You said where the camera at?
Oh, that's the greatest hit. That's the number ones. That's the number one.
Yeah, it's the last track. It's the last track on the album.
I don't even remember. I don't even think I know that one.
But what really gets me
alrighty, y'all. Well, we're gonna
show me.
D-Star, Mr. 6 Foot. Why does it look like still room?
Say what?
Where you at?
I actually this is
Why
in
does it
my
look like
bed.
he
This
will?
is in my bedroom. My bedroom is orange. It has an orange theme to it.
Daniel
Oh.
Caesar's a good pick too.
Okay. All right.
Huh?
Yeah.
What you said, Jazz?
You know,
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Oh, I thought you said something.
Hey Sly.
I thought
Lee.
Mr. was saying something. That's why I had paused.
Oh, okay.
No, he was just explaining to
Oh,
us
you good.
his nice, good commercial
So,
furniture in the back. It's real nice.
oh, is that what it is? That's what it is. So let's see what else. What we finna do now? What we finna do now? Cause we done talked about some songs. So y'all, we're gonna take a small little commercial break, and we finna do it like this. It's not gonna be something long and serious. It's just gonna be a small little commercial break. Don't forget, coming up on Tuesday, the 26th. I hope that's the right day, because I'm like having a real bad brain fart right now. Yep, the 26th at 8 p.m. Mr. D Star himself will be in the house with me tonight. We're going to be dishing out all the latest hype, getting you to the bottom of who is D Star, the man behind the scissors, because he has a story, and I think that everybody would be very interested in knowing his story. It's going to be good. It's going to be raw. It's going to be uncensored. It's just going to be that. Let's see, y'all. Bam. Savon, what you got to say about this today? What in the what news today? Oh, you know what? We didn't even do this right. I do apologize. Give me 1 second.
Listen, I knew
I do apologize. Let me go back to
it. When I tell you, I knew
yes, go back on the head.
Something was up and fishy about this one right here. Because I always question, how were you there? Why were you there? Why were you not doing anything but just recording? I always felt like he was in on it.
Mm-hmm.
I always did. Because them people doing all of that, and you mean to tell me they didn't see you record it and they didn't come after you? Like,
exactly.
You know, and people sit there and that's what I didn't understand either. Like, how is it that whenever they was doing the initial investigation with everything, why did they not do, why did he just get the free pass or whatever? I don't understand that.
I think he was trying to backpedal.
But I could be wrong, but I just didn't understand it.
I don't even know unless anyone on the panelists know, how did the video even get out? Because I'm not even sure if he intended it for it to get out.
I don't know.
If I remember correctly, I believe
he
was
probably
released
didn't.
by the lawyer that's working on the case right now. He released the somebody in his camp released the video, I think. Either him or somebody that was working for him released it. I'm not sure. Let me double check actually.
See, that's still kind of different from me because I don't know. Something is not right there because all of those questions would have been asked. Because when I saw the video, I was like, okay, I'm glad there's footage. But then I was like, how you get it? And why were you that close enough to get it? And why didn't you do anything? Why didn't you call the police? Like, why? Because that was months ago before this shit was even released out. This happened in February.
Mm-hmm.
So I get they
right,
but you've been this long. You were involved in some way because everybody lived in that neighborhood, including the person who was killed. Exactly. From what I understand.
Right.
What in the what?
And what we gonna do? We gonna tell him to do what?
He needs to go to his corner with his
go
line
to the corner,
conniving ass. So there you go.
Your topic, you want to jump in on this, Mr.
So my thing,
you want to comment?
My thing about it, can y'all hear me? Because I had to go out of the chat and come.
Yeah, we
can hear you.
So my thing about it is that it didn't really make sense, anyways. Because initially, first in the interview, he was talking about that he just so happened to be recording. He was not a part of it. But my thing, like you said, Savon, what was you doing out pulling up? Like, you obviously had to know something was going down for you to have your camera out already before anything even took place. Like, that was the dead giveaway right there. Period. So that's why I'm just like, nah. And then you want to see him talking about you afraid for your life and you and your wife had to sleep in y'all car because y'all scared to go and stay in y'all house. Really? No. We ain't buying it. Return to sender.
I think the reason why you were scared to sleep in your house is because your fellow neighbors and the families of those guys knew you was into some shit and they was gonna kill your ass because of it. That's my thought.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sure, people were outraged.
They weren't gonna stop until
right.
that he was arrested.
They ain't go.
I don't know what's going on for real. That was just. But then my question is that why is it that it took them so long not only to start doing the prosecuting, but for you to take and pull out your phone to do what you did? That's it's a lot of stuff that's not feasible, I guess is the word I'm using.
So Sly says that she's actually in that area.
Oh wow. Sly said that she's like near the area.
Brunswick is not far. It's maybe like a 3-hour drive from Atlanta.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My ex was from Brunswick.
Ooh.
Wow.
The ex from Tuesday?
Out of there, honey, because that could have been you knocking down. I mean, no, I ain't trying to make fun of it because this is serious, but you could have been talking down the road and Lord Jesus, that would have been my friend.
It was a sex addict. He was from Brunswick.
Ooh, that's a whole discussion. We don't have that.
That's a whole discussion.
What was it like to date somebody who's a sex addict? But we'll save that.
Too much, honey. Too much. But Jasmine, if I may, I know you didn't put this on the docket thing, but I want us to talk about the guy whose best friends allowed him to drown in the pool in the river today in the lake. I forgot what state it's in, but basically these friends dared their friend to swim in a river that runs through like an apartment complex. The guy got in the water. He did it for like a couple of bucks. I don't even think it was like a lot of money. Got in the water, begged for help, and his friends did nothing to save him, and the boy drowned today.
They didn't know how to swim, did they?
Probably didn't.
And he was probably the only one that knew how to swim. So
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Knew how to swim.
It's sad. He fell into peer pressure, and your own friends watched you. Like, they thought he was joking at first when they said that he couldn't breathe. But I think what happened is that you know how the further you swim out, it gets deeper. And I think he underestimated how, like, you know, what they call it when the water has depth to it.
How deep it was.
Right. And he wasn't
the drop-off point.
Right. That part. So he wasn't that much of an expert as far as with the actual water, because it wasn't a pool. It was like an actual river of water.
I wonder if that was
that's why I don't swim.
Wow.
That he wasn't expecting an undercurrent in that, you know, river. I don't, you know, that could have caused him to be swept away.
Yes, and I'm trying to.
It definitely could have been.
Man dead after drowning in Tanika Pond. This was in Mississippi. It says a man is dead after he drowned. Sheriff responded to a 911 call around 12:30 Saturday. Witnesses say Ransom was swimming in the pond and went under the water about midway of the pond.
That's sad.
So basically, his friends was like, "Hey, I give you." He had just graduated high school, from my understanding. They was like, "Hey, I give you like, you know, so much amount of money if you can make it to the other side of the pond." So he got in the water, got to the middle, and all of a sudden you could see that he was like paddling, like, you know, his arms flinging around everywhere, and you can hear him say help because like the whole live video of this man's death is on Facebook, and you can hear him saying help. They thought he was joking. But then after they realized he wasn't joking, people started panicking and running. Was like, somebody call 911. And I'm like, first of all, why would y'all sit here and peer pressure this person, knowing that this pond was probably too much to handle? having him to go out there, and then not only that, but none of y'all had the balls enough to get in and save this man. Y'all let that man drown, and that was y'all friend, and y'all dared him to go into that water.
This is exactly why peer pressure is real. People have got to learn how to be an individual person. Oh, okay.
And say no to people.
Sorry to hear that. Ooh, that was deep.
Rest in peace to him.
Ooh, deep.
On that note, let's well, child, did y'all hear about Will Smith?
Girl, no ma'am.
Wait.
Did y'all hear about Will Smith?
Wait.
I'm gonna let that sit there for a second so y'all can marinate on that. I'm just gonna let y'all sit there for a second so y'all can marinate on that. Did y'all hear about Will Smith?
Y'all gotta see the video.
Unfortunately, I don't have the video because my system is acting a little special tonight. But did y'all see Will Smith? That's all I want to know. Sable, take it away.
Girl, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Y'all gonna see the video. I'm gonna drop the link in the comments where you guys can actually find the video on Instagram. This particular creator has created several videos doing face swaps with celebrities. It's actually the same creator that did the one with Steve the Stallion.
Oh, okay.
So,
it was. I just don't even know what to say about that one.
I'm gonna drop the link in the comments so you guys can go check it out. I found it extremely entertaining.
I gotta go look at it.
Extremely entertaining. I was like, oh, hold on, wait 1 second. So yeah, go check it out. It's the.
Oh, you talking about the one where he did like the about
all I can say about the whole thing. Let me turn my volume off on my phone. Are we back?
Yeah.
I'm turning my volume off on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just got one more thing to say. That's mad crazy. That's mad crazy. So guess what, y'all? Who wore better?
You not gonna keep doing this.
Why are you doing that to Mr.
We didn't get in trouble last week, but you gonna keep pushing until we get in trouble. I see what you try to do.
I don't need the barbs near me, please.
I love that one though. Because she was trying to let them have it. I love that one.
I was talking to Sophia this morning at 4:00 a.m. on her show that she has every morning, or I guess every other morning.
Girl, she be up early. I be up early.
Miss Creole, I don't know.
See,
you know what? But
I don't either. I don't understand that.
It's a pro and a con. I'm kind of glad that one was recorded because them kids would have went back and lied and said they didn't know what happened if it wasn't on live. And you know, because they would have been scared they was gonna get in trouble. So now we see it. So that stupidity of recording everything, people don't understand how we can bite them in the ass. So when you go live and you have a bloop moment, it's out there. When you upload something, no matter if you try to pull it back, somebody's captured it. I'm just saying, I would hate for some of the shit that I done put out there come back. Cause I'm like, well, shit, I said what I said. It just kind of is what it is.
But this is why people should, you know, as
period,
far as parents to educate their children on about not falling into peer pressure, because of the fact that, you know, when I was his age, you can't tell me I was not about to get in nobody's water, period. To be seen trying to swim, knowing damn well I cannot swim. I almost drowned one time, and it took me learning my lesson.
I can swim, and I still want to do that mess.
Right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
No,
but on the same token, I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one though. What about you know, we all take and do it to each other, even when it comes down to like the different challenges and stuff that they have out there. The what's the one with the don't rush challenge and all that kind of stuff, well, come on girl, I can do this and you do this part, and you know what I'm saying, it sounds like a good idea when you first start doing it, right. But then when you swim out there and you can't get, it's
a whole different story.
I don't know.
See, I don't play with the water. So I don't play with the water, girl. No.
Why you don't play with the water?
Shower.
No.
Other than that, we
And
not.
I can swim, and I still don't play with the water.
Yeah.
I don't do it. Mm-mm. I know what it can do to you, so nope.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Lord have mercy.
That's why I never
Lord have
wanted to.
mercy.
That's why when people were
Okay.
like, "You should train to be a lifeguard," I was like, "Nope, not no ocean, nope." Mm-mm.
Right.
I can do a pool,
It
but
was
that's it.
something else.
And that's a stretch for me on the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't like, that's mad crazy to me. I don't understand why people will take and do that to other people, but peer pressure is something else. And if nothing else get you together, peer pressure would definitely get you together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on to something else because we finna lighten this mood up just a little bit. So while we lighten the mood up, she got on her best wig tonight, y'all. So
Yes,
Lord have mercy about the whole situation.
girl, that's out of the
I want to talk about.
that's
Go
out of
ahead.
that old exquisite, honey. What is that line called that we used to see all the time? Especially yours, honey. Yes, that old exquisite.
So she giving you human or she giving you synthetic, right?
She's
Now
giving
say
you
Vaughn.
no Sin City.
That's a damn mess.
The next one we're gonna talk about, we need this disclaimer up right here. Caution, enter at your own risk is what we're gonna call this one right here.
Oh,
Where is it at? I gotta find it first. Oh crap! I didn't load it. Never mind. Well, I guess we're not gonna be able to do that one right there. So we're gonna talk, I guess, next up because I didn't even load it up. I do apologize, y'all. Patronizing Black businesses.
Okay.
Now this is a little bit on the. It's a little bit of a touchy subject because people just So I want y'all to look at this, take a moment to read it, and then y'all give me your insight to it.
okay.
Patronizing Black businesses. So I tried to support another Black-owned business for lunch today. It was called Avery's Kitchen. Just opened up at the end of April. It's a very clean establishment, but let me tell you about the owner. First off, I asked why there were balloons on the chair.
And then she said,
It's something to make y'all laugh. We ain't got to be so happy and not have these conversations.
wait a minute.
Oh,
And she said, Tom Talm, TALM.
Yeah, right.
Mind your business, don't mommy.
Right.
And then go watch Paw Patrol. She's like, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Period.
So cute.
So, have y'all ever went into a Black business that this had to happen to y'all before? I mean, any words in the comments and the questions?
I have a whole lot. Shaquanza used to have a restaurant. And you didn't want to eat over there, honey.
Look.
Oh God. How was the food? That's the question. How was the food?
Very Tyson.
Did you ever get service? I mean, how was it?
Very Tyson food-ish.
I mean, I had a whole damn
I think you need to tread lightly.
I had a whole damn serving glove in my damn spaghetti when I got home that I ordered from the place. So I had to take it back and say, do y'all not realize y'all baked the whole serving glove in the spaghetti? How that happened?
Wait, what? You gotta go back.
You said, hold up, what?
Wait. A whole glove?
I was getting my eat on, y'all. I was tearing the food up. And you know how all of a sudden you feel some texture in your mouth that don't feel right? Okay, something ain't right. Like this ain't supposed to be in here like a foreign object. Don't you know I'm sitting here? So I go and as you proceed to, spit it out, I'm pulling. And that's when I realized, bitch, you done ate it. You about almost to swallow the damn blood. What's going on? Like what? So I'm just thinking to myself, like, how the hell did a whole damn...
You said it was spaghetti?
get baked into the spaghetti. It was
Ew,
like baked
just
spaghetti.
no.
Yes.
So
No.
maybe I'm wrong for this, but when I take my food, I take and I stir into my food
Well, see,
and I smell it before I eat it. Y'all don't do that?
I should have done that.
I do, but I mean, I don't stir
I
through
don't
everything, but
usually
I do.
smell my food, but
just,
I damn sure ain't expecting no damn
I
spoon.
always
to
do.
be-
I'm weird.
So now from here on, like I check my drink.
No, I
before-
thought you said a serving glove, right?
it was a serving
You said a glove, right? A
Like-
glove?
Oh,
no plastic. The you know how the gloves you see people put on, not the latex, but the plastic ones.
the loose ones,
Yeah,
like they use on the food
the
line.
one that they have it. At,
So you done had a
funeral repast. Them gloves, them funeral repast gloves.
Why did you have to refer to it as a funeral repast?
Gotta be repast
Jesus,
gloves,
take the
though,
wheel.
out of all the gloves.
You know, Bertha May and them all from the catering company be back there at the funeral repast up there serving food with them damn gloves on. Y'all know what gloves I'm talking about. And
Did you
only
say
get
Bertha
scoop-
May? Did you
Bertha
say
May.
Bertha May?
Yes, Bertha May be back there with them damn gloves on, serving you a scoop of this, a scoop of that, and you ain't getting nothing else past it. We ain't come here to feed y'all. We just came in to hold y'all over until y'all get y'all asses home. That's it.
I'm so dead. That's
Miss
disgusting.
Rio said she done had lots of pictures, honey, but not that.
Okay.
Look, so now I check everything. I be looking at drinks. I'm smelling stuff. I'm looking like I'm going all through it.
That's too much. I can't.
Somebody said I would have cussed out everybody. Period.
Erica said that. Erica
And you
said
know the
that.
only reason I
Everybody.
because this is the first time it had ever happened. It was an older lady that ran the she
I would not have gave a damn.
runs
Period.
the business or whatever, and
It's
they
time
seem
for
like
retirement
real
then.
it was the first time it happened, so I didn't know how. I mean, they made it right, but I didn't know how to feel about it afterwards. I'm like, damn, how the hell y'all missed that?
I would not have ate it. I mean, that's just how for real. Whenever you're taking and you're working with food, and you know that you done felt a glove come up off your hand because you've been stirring in the food, you just gonna take and leave it in there? I don't think so.
And see, this
No,
is why
ma'am.
this is why I know it
No, ma'am.
cooked in there, because it was, like I said, it wasn't just like thrown in there. It was actually like infused inside the spaghetti. So it was twisted.
Nope.
Just
Let me
saying.
get off the screen.
First of all, not infused.
Yes,
Don't
it was
trust the
infused.
word. It was infused.
It was infused, honey. Yeah.
Just like he said, Savon, like he said, fume. Oh, fume.
Look, I started
Big
smelling-
Bertha in the back.
And y'all, I started smelling. So y'all gonna owe me a health department fee or something. Shit.
No, you gonna owe me some hush money for the rest of my life, or you need to close down.
I'm just like, oh my god, I'm glad I didn't swallow.
Period.
Shit. I really would have been through it. Had I been one of those people that just eat food.
Well, you chewed it up, you might as well.
Look,
Girl.
And you said it was an older lady.
So did you eat the second plate?
So I went back. I did go back and get something different when I went back, because I showed it to him, and you know she was looking.
Did you eat
I
the
would've ate
food?
nothing else there.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
I did. I hadn't paid for it. Shit.
I would have been like, Bethune, I need you to give me my money back. And I don't want nothing else.
Billie Jean, get Billie Jean out of the kitchen, because Billie Jean done lost it. She done lost it.
Look,
It was probably crackhead Larry in the back anyway. He just forgot. He had them home cooking. He just forgot.
You know it.
Her
You
mind
know
probably
it.
going bad. That's all. Her mind probably going bad, child.
That's a damn mess.
Apparently nobody.
That's what I'm saying. You know when you missing a glove.
Apparently
He didn't know where it was.
You know when you missing a glove. I'm sorry.
She was probably back there stirring spiritual hymns and stuff. She was singing spiritual hymns while stirring and got.
Oh, no. I would have gave her a spiritual hymn when it was over and done with. That's nasty. How?
Okay. All right.
Can we move to another subject, please?
Mm.
And then you know what I said, after
Yes.
after this,
Yes.
I was like, well, bitch, you had worse things in your mouth than that. So let me just go ahead and tone down and back.
I mean, but at least I chose to have those things in my mouth.
Exactly.
I don't like to involuntarily have things shoved down my throat.
Especially plastic.
Unless
Mister,
Please send her to the corner, please.
Mister,
I'm just saying.
go to the corner.
Please.
I'm just saying.
We put stuff. We done with that. We moving right along. It's just something else. So another one today. Jesus, where is it at? Where is it at?
Oh, not
Joe
this.
Biden. Joe Biden.
So I'm not really mad about that.
I'm not mad, really. I'm just
For saying that black voters torn between him and President Trump ain't black. I need somebody to decipher that for me. What do you mean?
I mean, you got a lot of black Republicans now.
Oh,
A lot of black people are saying that they're Republicans now.
gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to say.
There's a lot of black people that are independent as well now, too.
I just feel like this. He might not have the right to say it, but I was thinking it.
Well, I'm just gonna say unless it's Governor, what his name is, Cuomo up there in New York, unless he running for president next term, I really don't give a damn at this point. I'm sorry, I just don't, because I feel like ever since Obama left office, it's went downhill. So at this point, it's no longer a sacred thing to have a president in office, because clearly anybody can be president. So right now, I consider Cuomo to be my president. If not him or his,
But
if not him, his
you don't want
brother.
Cuomo for your president. Cuomo is not a good leader. No.
He's done well by COVID-19, I believe.
But other than
that, he's just looked like some good old. He looked like the trade that was real cute back in the day that got into politics that give you some good old dick and them got 70s fans, baby. Well, the posted of them when they was kids, I was like,
or hell, they can even go get Keisha ass from over here in Atlanta, Georgia. Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. Let her come on as president. Anybody at this point other than what we got in the office right now, I'll take Keisha.
It shouldn't have come from Joe. I ain't mad at him.
But that's it.
Back when he said that, I was like, shit, you got my vote now, because I just feel like, I that's something a black person would say. So I always thought he was transracial. So
you stupid.
But I just want to make sure that people understand there's an importance of us getting out and using our voices. Our voices is our vote. So make sure, regardless of who the candidate is, get out and know what you got to do in order for you to get. If you want to see changes, you got to be able to make changes on your own. So you may not think your voice counts. Get out and make it count. So I don't want anybody to sit here and think that, because you can't cast or you don't cast your voice, it doesn't count. It does.
Because that's what we need.
Or what not, babe?
We need to fill out our census.
I've completed mine. And most of them completed theirs because they knew that was also going to help them secure that they get their stimulus check.
Right.
But before that, they wouldn't do it.
Oh, hold on one second. Zylan, did you give your man a yeast infection?
Boy, let me block this nigga. Hold on. Don't listen to this mess. I told him to stop acting up.
You know what? I've never understood what a yeast infection is.
I don't know. I ain't never had one.
It's probably better I don't know.
But you can't. I'm quite sure you can.
Can somebody break it down to me? What is a yeast infection exactly, and why they call it yeast?
Anybody got Google? Because I've not had one, so I don't know.
Hey, Spiller boy.
Hello, Spiller boy. Ying, ying, ying,
Boy.
ying, ying.
Spiller boy. Ying, 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 ying.
Listen,
I swear Cheech need to capitalize.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have a cooter, so I can't tell you.
Let me go look up a yeast infection and see what it look like.
the sad part is,
You know,
Yo,
you go ahead and play Urban Dictionary. Say what?
Your moderator
What
got
you
his.
said, Savon?
He was like a bloop delete.
But from what I look, it looks like it's nothing but bumps on the penis.
I
Not
told her to
just
stop
a yeast
playing.
infection.
It's just bumps on the penis. It just look like your penis got bumps on it and about
Are
to
you
fall
sure
out.
you're looking at yeast infection, or are you
Yeah,
looking
'cause that's
at
not
other type of
That what it-
outbreak?
No,
Okay,
That herpes.
So what is that? It's the unbalanced levels of yeast, and I want to say it starts with a C. What is it, Lord Jesus? Let me Google it. You
no,
can-
it's
can
definitely
get-
got something
you
to do
can.
about a rash.
I think it's called Candida. An overbounce of Candida bacteria can also cause it, but yeah, anyone can get one, honey. So what I'm gonna need you to start to do is to go ahead and make you an appointment and get that
God.
taken care of, okay?
Girl, do not listen to him. He acting a mess.
Jesus.
I don't even know why he put that in the chair. Like
Jesus.
We try to get it together because you want to make sure that he gives you the yeast infection. That's all.
Right.
He a whole damn mess.
What
Oh.
said? What Chicago said?
Oh.
I already got my shot. I just wait for you to say something, Marcus. Boom. Oh,
That's what I
man.
do every time you do it.
Child, y'all is going. I don't even know what to even say about that one. I really don't. I really don't. We
So
got a
what
couple more
else
things
we
we're gonna
got,
chit chat about. But before we go into that, we're gonna take like two more things, and then we're gonna just open it up to everybody to come in and have a say so and talk about what they want to say. But we're gonna take a little small commercial break. So give me like a minute. We'll be right back. Well, damn.
That's exactly how I'm looking at you after all them goddamn intros.
Right.
Shaquan, girl.
I said, damn, did I hit the restart button?
Girl, I thought I was looking at my computer like, wait, did I hit something? Wait, we starting off.
Right thing.
You had me confused.
Yes, God.
So I do like the intros though. That
And you know now, you know on some TV shows. Huh? What'd you say?
I wanted to do an
I didn't hear you.
intro.
What did you say?
I wanted to do an intro that was long, that had a countdown. Well, mine's kind of got a countdown, but it's probably like 5 seconds. That's about it. I ain't know how to put all that stuff into one. I was using an app called Intro Maker.
What we gonna need you to do, official D-Star, take all 12 of them accounts, like, share, subscribe, and all of that is what we gonna need you to do. 'Cause we
Ain't
got
that it?
make.
Ain't that it? But the reason why I took it, I did the little intro or whatever, because I know
You,
we all needed to like
you
gather
could've-
ourselves because we was talking about some heavy stuff and all that kind of good stuff. So I was just trying to give us a minute because even when you watching a mini series on TV, they throw that commercial in there and then it's like 2 or 3 commercials at one time. So I was just trying to give us a whole long commercial or whatever, commercial break. But don't forget tonight, one of our sponsors this evening is Pass the Sugar. And that is at passthesugar.com. On Tuesday, the star, the hairstylist, will be in the house with us Tuesday, giving an intimate look into what he does, how he does it, and who he does at that time. So no questions going to be off limits. So I hope to see everybody in here that night. Shaquandra, put out ass and time out. Oh Jesus, take the wheel. Shaquandra is cutting up again.
that's what
Okay,
she
so
said.
we're gonna move to something
I
that's a little bit serious. And I don't know if I know from a gay aspect, well, not really, because Mr. and Zylant both identify as bisexual. So, and this is going to be a touchy subject that we're about to talk about right now, y'all. And I hope y'all are open-minded enough to listen to it. But we're going to throw out a little warning up there to let y'all know this is just our facts and our opinions. It's not facts. It's just our opinions on this situation. But it's something that we really need to talk about. And from trans women that are on the panel, is something that's really near and dear to us. So I'm going to drop 2 pictures and I want y'all to take a look at these pictures. And I don't see anything particularly wrong with these pictures. And it's something that we need to talk about. I don't see anything wrong with these pictures. And I don't understand where all of the backlash is coming from. Savon, I'm going to open it up with you first. You have the floor, and then I'm just going to rotate it around. Zylant, you can be next, and Mr. You can be next, or whoever does. Just take turns and be respectful of each other.
To me, he is the epitome of what a Black father should be, in my opinion. He supports his children. He allows them the opportunity to be creative, to be open, to speak and work things out openly, as unconditional love should be. And what I think people are forgetting is that I'm pretty sure this is a learned lesson and challenging for him as well. We all have been taught certain things in our lives. We all have got to take a moment where you deconstruct the mere fabric of who you think you are and have to reinvent yourself.
Mhm.
Often it happens with people with kids because those are the ones that have the most attention and have your heart. So when they have your heart and your attention, they're able to teach you a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? We can't continue to say
Right.
we love people unconditionally and then place conditions on the love that we have for them. Sure, he's still,
Absolutely.
still trying to figure out how he can be a great father to someone who identifies as trans. And we don't know how that may change from
Right.
today until 10 years from now. But what we do know is that person is going to have a better grasp on reality and life because they're being given an opportunity to be their authentic selves. And that's going to decrease, I believe, the number of heightened needs of medication to create mental stability because she is able to talk, exist, and just basically go through and be herself. So I love him for being that person
Right.
and being who he is.
Right.
Tristan, you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So
I have a lot to say. And I'm just gonna wait till last.
So my biggest thing was that, I mean, we all know Shade Room is notorious for, as far as posting stuff, because it's really like an underlying thing of, let's find stuff that we can throw shade against, but in an
Mm-hmm.
indirect way. And when I say an indirect way, I mean that the Shade Room, they may not post a direct message underneath as far as what they're really trying to get at. However, they know that their audience is going to roast the hell out of whatever they see posted in the Shade Room. So that's my biggest thing. Like, some of the stuff, in Shade Room, like, it's cute or whatever, but then some of the other stuff, I feel like that's the reason why we have a lot of the homophobic stuff that continues, is because, you have platforms like that be kind of like egging the stuff on. And I was going through the comments, look, when I first came across the video yesterday, I was going through the comments and people was like talking about, oh, he finally done came out the closet because he done dyed his hair red or blonde. First of all, I don't even think it was a real dye. I think it was an app that they was playing with, because you going from those many colors in 0.5 seconds. You ain't gonna have no hair left after a while from all that dye. So that's first and foremost. Second of all, he was having a moment with his daughter. Like, what is so bad about that? Like, why can't he just be him, be his authentic self? Maybe that's just him being a father to her, to show her, like, hey, I'm cool. We can, as far as play together. We can, as far as have fun. Like, maybe he's trying to establish a relationship so that his daughter can always be comfortable around him, and she don't have to sit and hide who she is, whenever she come around him, because of the fact that, clearly you can see that this is a family that embraces, who their child is, not just, Zaya, but all of their kids. And so I just feel like the people in the comments, I feel like there's always this whole toxic masculinity thing of, oh, you gotta dress a certain way. You can't do this, you can't do that. If you do, do it, then you're considered to be looked at funny, because people are like, oh, something must be going on with you. You must got a little sugar in your tank, is what people, love to say or whatever, because of the fact that you don't look a certain way of what they picture a man or masculinity to look like. So I just think that people are just immature and petty as hell. Period.
That part.
I feel
Jasmine,
like
can you put the?
I feel like this. Huh?
Oh, go ahead, Jasmine. Keep
Say
going.
what, baby?
Keep going.
I was just gonna say, I feel like this with the whole situation. Being a person of trans experience, I would have preferred for my father to at least doing what he's doing to participate in my life, versus taking and putting me out of his life and me having to put him out of my life. It's very rare, especially in the Black community, to have someone that is heterosexual in the public side that takes time to be with their child, to let their child know what unconditional love is, and is not walking around and trying to be ashamed of, being very proud. And I commend him for that, for being proud. I also feel like with, um, I really don't get into the whole Shade Room, but the Shade Room probably is ran by a lot of bitter homophobic people that has nothing else better to do with with their life but to try to shade and to shame someone else into something. Because the second picture that you seen, he took and put up there, "Love my girls." How is it that a man of his caliber that has done so much in the industry gets to a point that he gets tired of hearing so much garbage that he takes a picture down that's a memory of his life?
He took it
I posed a question to anyone that called. Yes, he took it down, but Gabrielle Union is the one that reposted it back up, because from what I'm understanding, him and his wife that Zaya is originally from, they are having their issues or whatever with the whole situation, because she doesn't want to support her daughter. She still wants to call her daughter her son and all that kind of stuff.
down.
Which, for anyone that goes through it, I feel like he's doing her just like he would do a cisgendered female. showing them that you don't have to take and settle for someone that's in the closet or DL. He's showing her unconditional love and showing her that she can be who she is and she will find love. And I can't understand how that is such a big deal. I have to agree with whenever it was talked about a couple weeks ago with Madison about, holding off on the hormones, but I don't even think the hormones are in play right now. It's just showing a child love. How can you get upset and mad for showing your child love? It goes back to a week or so ago when we was talking about the lady that tried to beat the gay out of the child for doing the whole Meg the Stallion challenge. Children are children for a reason. And I mean, you can't sit up here and you can't, just even with the crap with Boosie, you can't take and do all that stuff to children and think that the child is going to be all right. But at least that child knows, hey, my father showed me unconditional love, respect me and love me enough to show me unconditional love. So that's what I'm taking from it. And I commend him for that. And I mean, I'm done with it because I can get heated with it in a heartbeat, but I'm done with it. Zylan, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would put the warning on before I speak because I may offend some people.
Okay, give me 1 second, baby.
The views expressed and opinions.
Warning: the views expressed.
It's just that
Go ahead.
Views and opinions. Don't take any of it seriously. But I will warn you, viewer discretion is advised. So, I will say this. What I shall say.
Wrong person. Sorry.
What I will say is this. What I have seen and what I've heard and feel from myself is everyone is upset with Dwayne Wade for loving his child. Because your damn pappy and your damn mammy didn't accept you for what you decided to do with your life. So now you're trying to drag somebody for actually loving their child because your parents didn't do it for you. So you would rather demonize them than support them and understand that that child needs as much love as possible because the world doesn't understand transgender children even less than they understand transgender adults. So she's going to be going through a lot of scrutiny being the daughter of someone who is part of the public eye with both parents that is taking care of her. So that's a lot of scrutiny. So I applaud Dwayne and Gabrielle for doing what they're doing with Zaya, but I get to a point where I'm so heated that I can't discuss it without wanting to just annihilate people because I can't understand how you will blatantly try and diminish a child's existence. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And I'm over it because I can't do it.
I understand that. It's a very touchy situation. It's a very touchy subject because especially we are all members of persons of color. And it's so much harder for us in our community versus, Asian, white, other nationalities. It's very hard for us to it's very hard for the Black family to accept who we are. And the first thing a lot of people want to say is that it's something wrong with us. It's a spirit in us. We need to pray it out of you and all this kind of stuff instead of loving your child unconditionally. And I take my hat off to everybody on the panel, and y'all are all very well spoken. And I'm glad y'all are very direct to the point when you're saying, because we can all talk without having to use the slurs, the lingo, the ignorancy, the what is the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for something. Savon, come on, give me a word. I'm looking for the word.
Girl, I can't give you no word right now because I'm trying to not be in the principal's office later.
Oh no, you good. This actually is the time to really go there. If we're gonna go there at any rate, this is the time to go to go there because, like, I'm lost. I'm really baffled right now. Why is it so hard in 2020 to accept someone for who they are?
Here's what I'm concerned about.
And that's go ahead.
When does the other side of the coin make sense and unite with each other? Because here's the thing. We're always on these platforms talking about being people who are inclusive and non-judgmental and unconditionally loving each other because we need to come together as a unit. And I'm speaking right now on the only thing that I know, and that's being an African American person. Period. I can't speak about anything outside of the African community, African American community. I can only speak about what I've seen. We talk about it, the hype. We do it for likes. We do it for shares. We try to be politically correct. Okay, we all do. When it hit home, that's when your truth come out. That's when when your child comes home and say, "Hey, I'm this, that, and the other." It don't matter how you supported the community. Now we know your true feelings, and because now you don't want to support, you can't do this in my house. No, that ain't what I believe in, and blah blah blah. And I get all this because we're not gonna all have the same beliefs, but it gets to a point to where your beliefs outweigh the love for your child. People who have kids and children and parents who suffer from mental abuse, who suffer from substance abuse, they are unconditionally there. They go through an array of things to try to be there for their parent. But it seems like as soon as someone says that they're gay, bi, or whatever, it's a whole, oh my God, and you're a horrible father. You have so much to say.
But so can I just cut you off for 1 second, Savannah? So this is also something that I want to talk about. This goes into the good child thing. Every parent wants a good child. And if you don't abide by these rules or regulations that they set forth for you, you're no longer a good child. So if you fall out of this, that means my love is limited towards you forever. Except for allowing your child to evolve into the person that they are going to, at the end of the day, become. So that's one thing that we just had to fix in the community also. It's not even just the homophobia, it's the fact that we have these views and things that we put on these kids when they're just kids. They don't know what they're going to turn out to be. We can't hold them to a limitation and act like they're not going to sway and have their own opinions. You hear all the time when we're growing up, stay in a child's place, blah, 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 blah. But when you grow up, they want you to have your opinion. They want you to be self-sufficient and independent. Well, ma'am, you didn't allow me to voice my opinions this whole time that I was younger. So you think I'm going to be able to do it with my boss when I want to raise, when I'm in an interview, be able to speak properly and with confidence? No, I'm not going to have that because you already stifled that in me. And unless that child is put in something like, say, a debate class, public speaking class, at a younger age, they're not going to get that, and they're going to stray and go to gangs and go to things that are harmful to that child at the end of the day. And you'll be saying, "Oh, I didn't do anything. I raised my child right." No, you didn't, because obviously that child didn't get what they wanted or needed from you, so they were out there searching for it in something else. So
And I'm glad you mentioned that.
I feel like with you saying that, I was just gonna say, with you mentioning that, that's where the hyper masculinity come in, and you feel like that, when they feel like that they have to go and sleep with 25,000 women to prove that they're still men. That's when the deal come in. That's when the murders of the trans women come in. That's when the murder of the bisexual men come in. That's when the murder of the gay men come in. I mean, then and ultimately that's whenever they're the ones that try to commit suicide and they don't tell people about it, or they get strung out on coke or weed or whatever the case may be. That's when all that comes in. So I agree with you 100%, but it comes to a point that like this hyper masculinity, it has to stop. Like we got to take that big old P off our chest and recognize and know that people are different. Everybody's not the same. If we was cut from the same cloth, this world would be so dull. It would be no diversity. And for our community, like we've got to do better. Like we got to be able to willing to educate each other and have conversations like this, because it needs to be had. And I agree with Miss Creole. It is mental damage. It's mental, because you're mentally raping someone and breaking somebody down to lesser than what they should be. So I agree with that. And Mrs. Solo, I'm sorry. I mean, Mr. 6'8", I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you good. I was just gonna say that to piggyback off that. Long live my best friend Lee. Excuse me. Wrote in the comments, where is his son's mother at? I'm pretty sure she's not okay with her son being a daughter. It's really disturbing to me that he could have prevented this earlier and just chosen to ignore and embrace at some point. Y'all have to make man be man, and we have enough females. See, stuff like that.
Wait, did you say that's your friend?
No, this person said, long live my best friend Leak, is the person that is the commentator that was in the comments on the Shade Room. And the person basically was saying that where's the person's mother at, because they feel like that, she definitely would not be okay with this. First of all, do you even know these people the same, speaking on their lives of what they are and what they will be okay with and what they're not? Like, do you even know these people like that? And then you're going to sit here and say at the end, let man be man. We already have enough females.
So here's the thing. Folks like that, I love to get to know them. I love to get to know what their childhood was like. I love to get to know what their dreams were in life, to see where they are. And then I'd love to take them down and experiment, take all that away from them and make them live a lie. You want to be a doctor, you want to go to this, you want to go to that, and I tell you that you can't. You can't be a doctor. I'm not paying for your school. I forbid you from exercising any level of intelligence. You want to date so-and-so, I forbid you from dating so-and-so, because I don't believe in that type of relationship, whether it's a straight or not. I want to take that person down and experiment to understand what it's like to not live in your truth. Sometimes it's not about understanding, it's about privilege. Privilege in the fact that the way that you have automatically, naturally been born into life, people automatically accept it. So therefore, you don't understand what it's like to not be accepted. Take it one step further.
Right.
Take them to a moment in their life where they made a dumbass decision off of peer pressure. What did that feel like to see somebody make you do something you didn't want to do, yet you did it anyway?
Right.
There's layers to this. But when people don't have to deal with it, if it doesn't affect them, they don't understand it. They don't try to understand it. They lean onto their own little world of your own little utopia, and that utopia is also called privilege. No matter how you spin it. Just so happened the way you were brought up was what the society considers the norm.
Yep.
Right.
That's why whenever somebody comes out,
Right.
people expect to hear, especially if you're part of the African American community, they expect to hear that your parents threw you out or disowned you and stuff like that. I have the privilege of not having that,
because that's the norm.
Because my parents did not do that to me. But a lot of people in the communities, the Black gay community, just the Black LGBT community, that is a lot of our stories, unfortunately.
Yep.
So, I think it's getting a little heavy, y'all. Let's do a little commercial break, and then we're gonna come back with something.
¿Cómo se llama?
Well, y'all, that it concludes that. I think if y'all are up for, we're gonna take and open up the floor. Moderators, y'all do have the link, so let's get a couple people in to talk. If anyone wants to come in and talk, we welcome your comments or whatever. And I want to thank Lysander for sponsoring us tonight, because he has some amazing designs over there. Matter of fact, let me put his webpage back up there for everyone. It's called Pass the Sugar, and he's up and running. And go over there and get some of your apparels from him. It's very much gender neutral on a lot of different stuff, so you'll get your life over there. So I think we're gonna open it up. If y'all want to leave and go into the comments, y'all are welcome to. If y'all want to stay on the panel, y'all are more than welcome to. I really want to talk to if Miss Creole can get onto here, if Solo wants to get on here, and if Spilly Boy is still in the comment. I really want to talk to them three at one point to talk to them, because I really want to hear from people from different areas, because I think Miss Creole, if I'm not being disrespectful when I say this, I think you're a cisgender female, and I really want to hear from her. And I know Solo is very passionate every time something like this comes up. And then from Spilly Boy being in his age bracket he's in, times I know were different back then, but I just want to hear different perspectives on anything that we've talked about tonight. The floor is open. Please make sure that you're liking, share, and subscribing this. And I appreciate everybody that has sent me cash apps. Know that your money goes back into my channel. I don't take it and use it for personal pleasure or whatever like that. It's strictly for my channel. So that enables me to buy the programs I need to buy to make the content and everything. And I really appreciate it. And, my co-host is sitting right next to me. Me and her sit up at sometimes 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning doing little personal lives. So we're teaching each other how to navigate these YouTube channels, So I appreciate I'm so lost for words right now, y'all. Like, when enough is enough. That's where I'm at. Like, I'm at the point right now to being in tears. Like, when is enough enough? When I just, let me see. Somebody just came in on me. Let me see who it is. Miss Creole. Let's welcome Miss Creole, y'all, to the
Hey,
panel.
Miss Creole.
How you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, babies. How y'all doing?
Good.
Can y'all hear me?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can hear
How
you
y'all
perfect.
doing? Okay, that's good. I'm walking
Good.
the dog.
I want to first of all, huh?
No, I was just saying I'm walking the dog. You can go ahead.
First of all, thank you so much.
No, I was just saying I welcome you and I thank you for coming. Go ahead,
no
baby. Go ahead,
problem.
Savon.
I love y'all.
We love the support. So I'm gonna say, are you a parent? I never asked.
Yes, I am. I have a daughter.
From a parent's perspective, what's your take?
Okay. Are you talking about the last subject we was discussing?
Anything. No, baby. Whatever you want to talk about, sweetheart.
Okay. So
anything.
I just feel like too many people are fixated on telling others how to raise their kids. And it's really, really sad because, like, when kids are coming up, you want to give them the best life possible and you want to make sure they're happy, but at the same time, still being their parent and not their friend. Yeah. However, what the lines get blurred at is when they get to a certain age and you still want to, like, kind of dictate what they do and how they do it. And, and then, the kids around a certain age, they start getting around amongst with their friends, and it's like, they want to do their own thing, but you still have that leash on them. And that's my husband and I just come out. He's like, baby, you got to loosen up that leash. I'm like, but she's 8. I don't let my child have no cell phone. I don't let her have no computer because I just don't trust people like that. People are crazy.
I applaud
you. Like,
I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're not
And like
ready.
I was telling them, go ahead.
No, go ahead, baby.
Okay, so like I was telling, I tell a lot of people, and it's like my daughter. Like I tell people, they're like, well, why you don't take out to do fun activities? I'm like, okay, it's because I know my child is not so good in math. We're gonna sit at home. We're gonna do math games, and at the end of the week, she has a quiz from me. She passed the quiz, then we'll do activities. If school come first, education come first, because they already think our kids are dumb. They think they're stupid. And I'm just a
Amen.
big advocate
Amen.
for education. So it's a lot. It gets heavier sometimes because she's like, well, mom, can we go here? Can we go there? And see me, I can't do too much because if I'm out in the heat too long, I have migraines. Once I get the migraines, I have seizures. So it's a lot of things that I can't do with her, but the stuff that I can do with her, we have fun with it. So that's all it was. I mean, but my daughter loves. I mean, I know my daughter loves me, and I love her. And like I say, even if like when she gets older and she's like, well, mom, I want to explore whatever, I'm going to stand behind her. I'm going to support her. Period. Because I carried her for 9 months. That's my child.
Yes. I get it. I have a niece who.
May I say this to you, Miss Creole?
Oh, go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna cut you
Go ahead,
off.
Miss Jasmine.
I was just gonna say I applaud you, Miss Creole. And are you from New Orleans? Or are you from Louisiana?
No,
are you from Baton Rouge?
No. I'm from New Orleans.
I heard it there because you my next door sister. I heard it there, but I applaud you
Yeah.
because with especially with us and the first thing that they want to assume is that like you're saying, the whole education, we're already going to be behind because a lot of the schools that we go to are not charter schools or schools that have the better academic teachers and stuff like that. So I applaud you. I mean, and for you to set those boundaries of not, what a child needs at 8 years old, needing having a cell phone. So I applaud you because that's where, they start getting the over sexuality so young because parents are not monitoring and looking at what they're doing on the phones. So, I mean, I applaud you. I applaud you all the way around because, you're handling your business as a parent and you're learning how to take those steps to let go, but you're letting go at a pace that's comfortable, not only for you, but for her, because you're showing her that unconditional love. So I applaud you. I take my hat off to you. And I appreciate the love all the way from New Orleans because, that's one of my favorite towns to come and visit or whatever. I applaud you. So I know Savon wanted to say something, but I applaud you. I take my hat off to you.
Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Savon.
Raising a kid
You're welcome, love.
Society is not easy for any parent. I am not a parent, but I am an auntie, so you know how us aunties are. We have to co-parent with you and then kind of be that little line to provide that additional support, so that they can have someone to talk to about things they may not feel comfortable talking to their parents about, right? So we've got to tag team it. My niece is 9, and when I tell you I am so concerned, we've just now allowed her to have a tablet and phone only because of the fact that in this situation, her and her father, there's a on and off weekend, there's a parenting plan. So it just allows each parent to have the ability to reach out, as they see fit. And I'm saying kind of keep it a little clear, but we definitely have to monitor things that she's on because at that age, they are so naive and people are such predators.
Yes.
They are predators out there. And, this world we live in via social media and the access that's out there is so far advanced than it was when we were 8. So I applaud you for putting that line in the sand and making sure that she understands the difference. The one thing I like to ask people, because I'm asking for myself, because I know there's going to come a time, because I remember being that young, and how do you balance when they get older, so that they have the right type of balance of life and not wild the fuck out while in college. Because you know how we do.
Yes, yes.
And so
But
you want them to experience some things with your guidance so that they're not so green when they go out into the world and you can't be there to walk beside them. How do you guys plan on attacking that as parents?
okay, so with me, like I said, a lot of stuff is like I'm based in education, but I didn't go to like no big college or university. I went to ITT Tech, and I have a associate's and a bachelor's in criminal justice, and that's where my foundation came from. Like with these cell phones and technology and stuff, because
Yes.
you would not believe I had like 3 or 4 cybercrime classes, and you would not believe the stuff I didn't know. But how I will balance it, like I said, I mean, she's gonna have her schoolwork, she's gonna have her academics, she's gonna, we're gonna take her different places. Like her dad, my husband, he takes her out every now and then and do a father-daughter day, and he takes her to the movies, he takes her out to eat, and he, every week or so he'll buy some flowers to show her how a man is supposed to, whoever she decides to date later on in life, show them how she's supposed to be treated. You know what I mean? And vice versa. So because I had to really stop her, because sometimes my daughter, we're in a store and she'll just go run up to anybody and hug them. And I don't want to stop her from speaking to people, but at the same time, everybody is not nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So as far as the balance, I say that I don't really have a plan set in stone, because times change, things change.
Yes.
But at the same time, in the back of my mind, it's like, the education will come first.
Yeah.
And then, certain things will be allotted to her if her grades are reflecting that she's doing well.
Yeah.
Because I do want her to succeed. I don't want her to I don't really want her to just like get caught up in the peer pressure, like you guys were saying earlier. Like, you listen to your friends and you go do something stupid and you lose your life. I mean, parents are not supposed to be burying their children. The kids are supposed to, the kids are supposed to bury their parents, not the other way around. But unfortunate things happen. However, if I can prevent that, and then, like I said, we give her life skills, we give her an allowance, we let her know, hey, if it's something that you want, you can get it, but just make sure that it's something that is a necessity more than, like it's something that you can use where you can see where your money went at, as opposed to spending on frivolous things.
I want to start doing that for my niece. I would like to give her an allowance and kind of have her, learn the value of money, because I'm afraid that she doesn't get the value of money, and I'm partially responsible for that. So I'm trying to
seen the video.
I'm partially responsible, and I don't want her to be one of those kids. Me and my sister came out because my mother made sure we understood the value of money, and we had to work for it. It wasn't just given. However, we're trying to keep that balance. And she too is the type of child that don't meet any strangers, and one of those kids that people automatically love, and that scares the hell out of me.
Yes. But you know what? I can give you, I mean, not telling you what to do, but what we did for my daughter, we started like a cash app type thingy.
Okay.
And we got the little fast cash card or the black card that she has. And we'll load money on there as needed. You know what I mean? Just I don't want, paper money in our hand, because, some children, they'll lose money. And I mean, she's not the perfect child. She lose things too, but that's how we got that started off. With the money thing. And like my husband said, babe, you have to loosen up the reins. But like I told him, I said I was scared to go talk to my mom, because my mom was scary, child. My mom was like, you better not do X, Y, and Z. I was scared. My dad was more of the playful one. My mom was more of the authority.
Do you feel that helped though? Do you feel that kind of helped you though a little bit, having someone to play both sides?
Exactly. Yes, it did. It helped tremendously, because see, now, even though my mom was that person, but my mom always cooked. My mom always cooked in restaurants and hotels and stuff, and she wouldn't let me go outside until I tell her everything that was in that pot. and what to add, how much to add, and all that. And I couldn't go outside until I told her that. And now I'm a damn good cook. I mean, certain things she did, it was like, you know, I didn't understand it at the time, but now I understand it. Like, you know, it just, you know, and then she let me fall and straighten myself up a couple of times, and she's like, okay, well, you're going to get back up. You get back on the horse and continue riding. Don't, you know, let that discourage you. You know, so. But
so let me ask you, Miss Creole, since you
Yes,
said you was a
ma'am.
cook, girl, how you feel about how Mr. 6 Foot was talking about that glove in the food, girl?
Girl, oh, Jesus. Child, that, let me tell you something. When I go and this is another thing. My husband is more the quiet one. I'm the more, you know, bubbly personality, talk to everybody. But nevertheless, like when we go to restaurants, I'm taking the food and I'm picking it apart. And my husband's like, babe, you're embarrassing me. No, because I need to see what's in here. I'm sniffing it. I'm just making sure because I don't know to call it low-key paranoid, but I don't know. Like, I don't trust people like that. But I don't want to complain to my husband like I don't want to go anywhere because, you know, but people crazy. People put anything in your food these days. You know, so it's like I can't, you know.
Yep, I don't want no glove from Miss Bertha.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to. I would have waited till that woman got up and whooped her behind. I swear to God, I would have waited on top to come out, clock out of work. I swear. You trying to kid me. Yeah. I don't play that. Don't put yeah.
You work in a field that you see way more than we do. So that makes you aware.
Wait, say that again?
I said you work in a field to where you see way more than we do. You know what I'm saying?
No. Wait. No, I don't work anywhere, but I went to school for it. And that's what I'm saying. Like after I had my baby, I had migraine since I was 5, and after I had my daughter, that's when the seizures came. So it's like if in the medicine I'm on, I get sleepy fast, and so I can't do nothing right now.
Dang.
Yeah, but
you still you train, and that training that you have, they are preparing you for a field that we take for granted because we don't get to see or hear or know anything. And when you talk about cybercrime, girl.
Correct.
So
I mean the phishing scams and
yes.
It's a lot. It's the phishing scams, like the people, you know, they have people that, you know, me and you can be on the computer chatting. How you doing? Me and you can be on the computer chatting. And I can take a certain router to make it seem like I'm all the way in Australia when I'm right next door to you.
Right next door. Yep, you can get that VPN to make it look like you wherever they want you to be.
It's a lot. It's a lot of things that they crafty. They're real crafty. Yep. And it just made me wish when I was talking about something earlier when you said back in our day we didn't have them kind of cell phones. Well, we have back in my day. I'll be 38 in like 2 weeks, but back in our day, you know, we had those big old Nokia cell phones that looked like a doggone cordless phone, and you know, so we didn't have all that. So
we had the big old brick phone. We called them the brick. That big ass brick.
Or a flip phone.
I told my husband the other day, I said, I wish we could go back to pagers. I'm sick. I'm tired of it. Like, you know, they record. I mean, like you said, it's good and a bad thing for recording everything. But the stuff that they do record that they shouldn't, like, come on now.
You absolutely right. I mean, you're right. I have to say that the kids don't understand, but I stand on the fence about educating them on it because I don't want to teach them how to be too sneaky because we were able to solve a lot of crimes due to the fact of people recording everything. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
People have got to also be aware of once it's out there, there's nothing you can do to take it back. You can delete it from your local device, but baby, it's still out there.
And that's what I tell my nieces too. I'm like, y'all better not be sending no naked pictures to these little pissy tail little boys. Because guess what? You thinking it's gone and it's not. You thinking it's gone, it's not. It's not gone.
I have a few pictures of some pissy boys that they thought that I deleted too.
Come on now. Yes. You know. I think we all got old Rolodex of penises.
Miss Creole.
Yes, ma'am.
So
yes, ma'am.
So, excuse me. Uh, when you're as your child's getting older, so
Mhm.
I always want to ask parents this. Um, if your child asks you, like, if you are giving your child, like, let's say, like, a reprimandment or like a punishment for something, if your
Mhm.
child asks why, would you be up to hearing your child out and their opinion and their thoughts and feelings about why you're putting them on this punishment or something like that? And the reason why I'm asking this is because I feel sometimes if you're a little bit too strict, when the child gets older, they're not able to express themselves as well as you would probably want them in a
Mhm.
social stand, like a social setting, or even when it comes to their job and they want a promotion and they want to talk to their boss about it. So just answer that question for me.
Oh, okay. That was a good question, child.
That is a
That's
very
a
good
good question.
question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I haven't I haven't allowed her to do that yet
Hmm.
because like it's like little bitty, like I ain't gonna say little bitty things, but sometimes she has a tendency when I ask her to do something, she has a tendency to get flipped. And I don't, me personally, it's just me. I don't put my hands on my child because I'm like, okay, what sense do that makes? To me, and it's just my personal thing. I just
Hmm.
feel like because we were with the children, it don't mean we have to whoop our children. Like,
I definitely agree with that.
I think punishment, taking a TV away or something, or take something, a favorite toy or something away. But I haven't really thought about that, but I don't know.
So,
I'm not gonna even sit up here and lie.
Zyla, your question was, how do you deal when they're trying to understand and or explain their side of the story to something? I think that's probably coming from a situation of what, just do what I said and don't ask no questions.
Yes.
A
Yeah,
child is
that.
being heard.
Because
I mean,
cause
they're not heard.
mm-hmm. Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
getting at.
I've
exactly.
experienced.
Okay, yes, me too. But I
I've,
don't do it to her.
yeah, I've experienced that. So with my niece, it's a little different. DNA is real. DNA is real. And she, as much as I love that bundle of joy, honey, she's got a real slick mouth, so she wants to yell and talk over you. And I just have real problems with that type of thing. I feel like we're trying to teach her a way to communicate because I'm the type that I remember being that child who was like, hush, 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 and you was like, okay. So I try to remember that so that she understands that what she feels and how she feels about it matters. Okay. But there are times in life where it doesn't matter. You gotta do what the fuck you gotta do in order to get where you gotta be, because a lot of people aren't gonna give a damn about the way you feel, especially when you get into the workforce. You can talk about it, you can share your feelings, but that doesn't always mean people are going to like it or respect it, right? So I want her to be able to deal with the fact that they don't, because I feel like there's that thin line that when you cater too much to their feelings, they get into the workspace and they can't deal with the fact that upper management don't give a fuck about what they gotta say. It's a real hard pill to swallow. So I can't tell you how to do that. I just know
Right.
to be like, just do as you told. I try to help her find a way to say, okay, but TT, you don't understand. Can I explain? And as long as she's talking to me like that, I'll listen. But when she gets to screaming and hollering,
Okay.
and all the reason why I
Um.
do
Absolutely
that,
nothing.
and the only reason why I do that is because I know folks on the street, you can't talk to them like that. They're gonna knock you the hell out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And let me ask you a question, Zylan. What do you
Mm-hmm.
suggest as far
Yeah.
as that? Because I'm always willing to learn. That's something I love to learn. I love to read information. I love to research. So what do you suggest to open up that kind of dialogue? I'm just asking, like, you know.
Okay. Well, first, I'm not a parent, so
Come
I
on,
Oh
I
wow.
Zyla.
don't really know nothing. But just coming from a from a kid standpoint, being raised by parents. So I just feel like I understand the whole they have lip because I'm somebody, my mouth is slick. So I understand that part. But the thing is a lot of times uh kids have a slick mouth because they don't know how to place the words that they really want to say to you. Um in a manner that she'll understand and not get upset with them. So with me, sometimes when I was younger, I would uh, say a lot of things to my parents. Uh, I have a slick mouth, so it would come off slick, but I'm really trying to get their attention so they will understand that like this happened in school or this happened this way, and I'm trying to explain it to them. So I would talk to you like, even though I understand you want to make sure that you nip it in the butt when she is being slick, probably talk to her, just sit her down, ask her now, what are you really trying to say to me? Is something going on in school? Is something happened with your friend group in school or something like that? I know she's younger, so it's not necessarily going to be as big as it would be if she was a teenager. But
Yeah.
you starting it now would really help her when she gets into like the middle school age and high school age with that
That's
because
why I asked.
So let me
yeah.
ask you a question. I understand from the perspective of she may be frustrated because you're not listening, because I remember that. What
Mhm.
did you suggest when, hey, for instance, I say, hey, it's time to put the tablet down. It's time to get ready to go take your bath so you can get ready for bed. Once you're done, you have a set amount of time to be on it, and then lights out. That's what I said. And you ignore me. And I say it 3 times. And I know you hear me. And you don't say nothing. So then when I take it away,
Tear
oh
that
my
ass up.
God, I hate you. And this, that, the other. What do you suggest I do in a situation like that?
Tear that ass up.
See, now, Savon, now I have younger cousins, so the reason why I'm like sighing because my natural reaction is to be like, all right, sit down, da 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 da, have like a whole fit about it. But I feel like when you go with aggression, sometimes that scares the kid.
Okay.
So it's teaching them to be afraid of you instead of
Respectful.
them under respecting you at a point. So and
Okay.
especially with like the beating stuff, like they're afraid of you. They're afraid of you. They're not respecting you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So uh let me trying to think. I'm trying
And
to
I
think
say,
of
and the only reason why I say that is because I
Can
also
I
believe
can I chime in?
DNA
yes,
is
yes, you can.
DNA is real. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, chiming in onto it. I feel like there's a balance between the whoopings, not beatings, but the whoopings or the
Mm-hmm.
chastisement versus you're taking and doing something out of anger with the child. Because the reason why I said it is the way my mom raised us is that she talked to us. And if she doesn't say something to us 2 or 3 times, she'll even give you maybe slide and let you get that fourth time in. But then after that, she was done talking to you. She was done trying to explain to you why you were doing XYZ, and she would whoop you. But then after she got done with the whooping, she came with positive reinforcement. She would tell us that she loved us and this is the reason why she was doing it. And at the time, I didn't really understand why she was doing it the way she did it. And we didn't get whoopings that often, but when we got them, we know we deserved them because she kept giving us chance after chance after chance. So I don't want anybody to take it as it was a straight up beating every time or whatever like that, because it wasn't. Because she gave us numerous times to take and do it. But my mama would have never, like, say, mom was sitting up there talking about that, and then I hate you with this, that, and the third. My mom would have been, I've been lucky if I woke up next week dealing with my mama like that, because
So,
that's just something that even now, 38 years later, I'm not gonna play with her. And when she asks me to do something, I do it with respect for her, not because I feel like I have to do it for her. Yes, ma'am.
so she don't do that to me. She learned quickly not to. And you might call it fear silent. Because I don't play that bullshit. Because I talk to her. And I talk.
I
And I
don't. Well, now I don't. I won't call it fear. I'll call that respect.
we talk. You know what I'm saying? But what I learned to do is meet her with that same energy, whether she understands what that energy is or not. Because one thing that I understand about my baby that I will fight somebody for is that she gets it honestly. DNA is real. There are traits of her parents that are there. And she honestly sometimes can't even help it because DNA is real. You know what I'm saying? So what I try to do is to help her understand and how to process that, to not be so reactionary to your first feeling. To take a moment, you know, because I know that's what she's battling, you know. But once she does, I've seen her do that and have complete disregard to others. Ma'am, I'm trying to save your life, girl. Okay? Your grandmama is who raised me. And she not gonna go through all of this with you, okay? She just not. So I'm trying to make I'm trying to make sure you don't eat Lolo, okay? So how about we settle down? With me, she doesn't do that. But with some people with that educational background, who's worked in the public schools, who has all of the psychology, literary references, things of that nature, she tries them, and I've watched her try them. And as soon as I show up, that's a wrap. She don't try it.
But also, you have to remember the thing is, kids are smart. At the
They
end
are
of the day,
very smart. Yes.
So
They are.
they know what they can get away with. They know who they can get away with stuff with.
Yeah.
So they'll pick and choose.
But
they'll pick and choose who they'll respect and who they'll not respect.
Yeah.
And I'll say that from me
I agree.
being a kid. Like certain things I still don't say with my parents.
I was gonna say,
I just don't.
and I was going to say the same things, but in a different way. I was going to say with Savon, like you made that establishment up front that it was a time and place that you take and you play with her. And when you are serious with her, she knows when you're serious with her. Because some people will take you there. Be like, I ain't even for the talk. Because like my nieces and nephews know, you know, I'm the crazy one that I'm the crazy one that they want to be with, but I'm the crazy one they don't want to be messed up with, if that makes any sense. Because we'll laugh, joke, and play along as much as you want to, but whenever I say enough is enough, they already know. When I mean enough is enough, enough is enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I was
I don't get all that extra. So I understand. I have that established authority with them.
I was bad.
And that's the way
my mama did. I caused it on myself. Let me just go and put that out there.
I say that too.
Go ahead, Miss Creole.
That's how my daughter is. My daughter, she don't see her daddy. Baby, he could look at her and she in line. Me, I have to ask her 4 or 5 times, because she knows I'm not gonna do you anything. Or if I do get behind her, she know I'm gonna get tired and out of breath fast. So she knows. And with my mom, oh my God, she don't play with my mom either. I'm like, okay, so
yeah.
That's
kind of how it is with my love muffin. Her mom, she can run over her ass. And I told her, I said, now, so when she turns 16 and she decides she want to try to kick your ass instead, call me.
Oh,
kick her ass, and when I get to kick her ass, I'm gonna kick your ass. I don't want her to see me kick your ass because I want her to still respect you. But I'm gonna kick your ass, and I'm trying to tell you right now. See, my sister's a little different though. Not to put her out there. I love you if you watching Love Muffin. She just never gave my mama any problem. She was the perfect.
Me neither.
I gave my mama all the hell. Okay, I gave her enough shit for me and my sister. So my sister learned from watching me get my ass beat. Like, oh, don't you try her. So for her, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. But see, me, I was the baby and the only girl.
Oh, baby, yes.
Yeah. So now that I'm older, it's what I say goes as far as my brothers and everything. But now, it's just like totally different. I'm like, okay. And I always see a lot of kids who are out in the street, and I see them talking to their parents in the kind of way. You see these little videos of these children fighting their parents. I'm like, baby, oh, Jesus, help me, because Lord knows. Ooh, I guess, but yeah.
I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'd be in jail because Lord Jesus, they been took me away.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
all I had. Thank you. I appreciate you, Miss Creole.
Yeah, I do
No
too.
problem. I appreciate y'all letting me up. This was nice. That's why I was asking. I had to ask all three of y'all, like, what do you guys suggest? And although all three was different, but it was the same. Like,
Yeah.
you still have a little time, but still try to establish
Mhm.
it now because, from on the, like, I can ask my husband, I can ask my mom, but they're coming from an inside perspective. But somebody on the outside can
Mhm.
give you something. If they say stuff, you can't really see it clear. And then when somebody on the outside, you be like, oh, okay, yeah, you know. So,
Mhm.
but I thank you guys.
Well,
I'm gonna
let me
hop
say
back
this to
in
you
the chat.
also.
Okay.
Okay. We
No,
appreciate it.
no.
But one thing before you leave out is what I wanted to say to you is that before you whenever you take and do it, I find if you take and do a positive reinforcement afterwards, whether it's
Right.
taking the gaming system away or whatever like that, after you've had that conversation with them and then you have that sit down and you have that talk with them, be like, okay, this is the reason why you lost the privilege of having XYZ. And you don't really have to go and like verbatim like that or whatever, but long as you establish why you're doing what you're doing, then she ain't gonna try you. But it's gonna take
Right.
that one good old time for her to try you, and you just call on Jesus with her, and she'll be staying there
And
calling on
yeah,
Jesus too, and
and
then
guess
she ain't
what?
gonna
She's
try you
gonna
no
be
more.
shaking her bracelet.
I promise
Right.
you.
And that's what
Mhm.
Mama tell me to do before I get up back in the chair. That's what Mama said. Mama said that's all you gotta do is get behind her one good time and scare her and just watch what happens.
Mhm.
One good time.
Yeah.
And then that respect to
Yes,
come,
one good
and I hate
time
to
and
say it
that's
like
it.
that, but some of us take that.
Yeah, some of us.
Yep,
Yeah.
some of
You
us
gotta
take
get.
that. It takes that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't get beat
But
down
yeah,
in the
that was
store.
but it's like I said, I just asked because I just like from the outside looking in, you might could tell me something and I like to learn, period. And
Mhm.
I'm not behind learning something. So
Right.
but I thank you so much. I really,
No
really thank
problem.
you so
Thank you
much.
for supporting and coming in. We appreciate it.
No
Not a
problem. I
problem. I
told y'all I was
appreciate you
coming
being here with
back.
us.
Yeah, I was gonna come back. I didn't get no notification. I'm like, cause
Cool
I have the
beans.
notifications on, and I'm scrolling. I'm like, I said, oh, they on. Let's go see. Yeah,
YouTube be
but
acting up sometimes.
Yeah,
Did you
especially
child,
did you
YouTube
household
is a bunch
stuff.
of
subscribe and
hate.
everything too?
Yes, I did. I have the little bell on
Yes.
and everything. They has received all, but YouTube is some haters. I don't know what's wrong with them. They
Yeah,
out of
they.
order.
I believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they out of order. They
it
haters.
happens.
That's all it
To
is.
be
Because
honest,
I
it
know
happens a lot
what
with
when was that?
LGBT creators. To be honest, on YouTube, it happens a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thank you
Well,
guys
I'm
so
glad you're a part
much.
of the team, and you're always welcome.
Okay, thank you so much. You're gonna
You're
be seeing me
always
in the chat
welcome.
because I come in here, and I, speak to everybody, and that's it. I'll hop in
Mhm.
the chair. You want me to get up there? That's fine. I don't mind talking. I love to talk.
Thank
I'm a
you so
Gemini. I love
much.
to talk.
I remember you from Fraser Lane, Pumpkin. Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's my baby. James is my baby, honey.
Yes, honey.
All right, babies. Good night.
Good
All
night,
And
right.
I'm
Good
gonna hop
Pumpkin.
night.
back in the chat.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Good night. Okay. Um, we got time for maybe one or two more people, and then we're gonna, because we're at 2 hours, and I don't want to take and kill people by doing super long lives. But I mean, this has been very emotional and very informational
Mhm.
to people.
Yeah.
And I also want to take and put that out. I also want to say to people that this is not. We're not saying that you should beat your child or anything like that. We're not saying
Yeah,
anything
definitely
about
not.
child abuse. We're saying there's a discipline and a right way of talking to, because people, the kids are little people too, are little, kids are little people. So
Mhm.
you want to make sure that they get an understanding of why you're taking and chastising them. Don't be like Big Mama and them used to take and whoop your butt and never did explain to you why you were getting the whooping or whatever like that. And, sometimes it takes, my mom was like this, and maybe every parent is different, but my mom's like this. I could take and look at, and I'm just using her for example. She could take and look at some of us, and we will cry and leave. And every parent knows how to do their child in order to get through to their child.
Mhm.
It's just like none of us on this panel all learn the same way. You get some visual learners, some are audio learners, some are vision impaired learners. You know what I'm saying? So it's everything is not the same, and I just appreciate everybody being open enough to see, hear, or whatever the case may be. Lee, or if you're still in the audience, I want you to come on for a second, sweetie, so you can talk to us about your website if you're still here. I'm trying to see, is Lee still in the comments? I don't know if he
Is
left out
Solo
of
still
here.
here?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know. I was waiting on Solo. I was waiting on Spilly Boy, but they might have
Billy Boy be on.
they might
He
have hopped
comes
on out of
in
here because I
and
don't
he
know.
supports, and then he's running around, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. D Star, if you're in the building, you know, you can go jump on. I mean, it's really open to anyone. Anyone that wants to jump in, you're more than welcome to jump in. Let me see.
Yep.
Let me put this up here because if not, we're gonna get ready to wrap up because we've had a long weekend. I'm quite sure, and I know personally I have had a long weekend,
Leander's
and
here. He said give him a
I'm
minute.
dealing with stuff on my own.
Yep,
Leander's
Okay.
here. He
he
said
is
give
here.
him a
He's
minute.
gonna come in and tell us more about the boutique.
Okay. I didn't see the comment. Where's the comment at? Y'all said he's still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, my computer's acting crazy, so some of the comments I'm not seeing. So y'all,
Okay.
please forgive me.
It's okay.
That is the link right there. One more time, let's go through our commercials. Coming up on Tuesday, Mr. D Star himself will be in the house. He will be talking about love, relationships, hair, dreams, aspirations. Last night, like Keisha Cole said, all that kind of good stuff. So it's going to be a very different kind of interview.
This child.
So you know, just with y'all, what do y'all think is what was something that just stood out to y'all? What stood out to y'all tonight? And then we're gonna bring in Mr. Lee Alexander. Anything? Too
Well,
much?
I'll say for me, the one thing that stood out, honey, was the fact that all of these people in this crowd, honey, is so soulful, honey. I wish that YouTube wouldn't shut us down for playing music. Could you imagine the musical party?
You ain't never lied.
But baby, everybody here has some great suggestions and comments, and I want to see the both ratchet and both, you know, turn up, and you know what made them want to, you know, shake their good done debbies and drop it like it's hot on a good fifth one, girl. So I was like, yes, I was shocked. I was like, okay, for the concept.
You know what? You know what? I think I'm going to make that a part of either Sundays or Tuesdays to talk about that song that just gets you there, like that hot song that's just getting you there right now. I think that's something just like we're doing, you know, the what, you know, occasionally or whatever. I think that'll be something different because everybody gets a chance to express and say, you know, this is what's up or whatever. I'm waiting for Lee to get back to his seat. Since he gets back to the seat, then I'm going to bring him on. But I really enjoyed y'all tonight. You know, we started off. We was on it, but you know, it was supposed to have been a little different. But you know, I always say what God has for us is what it's supposed to be. So I enjoyed having all y'all tonight. And speaking of, here's my boo.
Hey, sorry, y'all.
Hey, boo. Welcome in, Lee Alexander.
Have enjoyed this show tonight.
You're good.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I so appreciate that this platform is available for our community, our family, the whole Black queer community. I call them us all family, to really just talk about these things because there's really not a lot of platforms out there like this for us that have such a diverse range of identities from different places. So for one, you all are doing amazing. Love each and every one of you. I watch all of your different channels whenever you all are hosting and doing your shows, and I so appreciate it. So
I can't wait to
I'm
know.
happy you enjoyed
Would you like to? Did you drop the link to your boutique so that everyone know how to
do that? But just quickly, so yes, basically what my boutique does, I'm a genderqueer wardrobe stylist and beauty advisor. So what that means is I don't, when I'm styling people with wardrobe, whether it be clothing or accessories, or I also do some makeup advisory too. I don't look at gender. So I'm really very much open for anyone who identifies as trans, whether it be trans female, trans male, non-binary, because I identify as non-binary. And I know my experience kind of transitioning out of the gender binary, because the way I look at it, clothes don't have a gender. So who cares?
Style
You
is
want to wear a
style.
dress, you want to wear a purse, you want to wear a suit. Nobody cares about that. But I do offer services specifically. I mean, it's to everyone, but specifically to that community, or those who just kind of want to just think outside the box. I offer my creative services and helping you kind of figure out, um, how to change your wardrobe, make it different, and make it diverse. So if you go on my website right now, www.passthesugar.com, I'll drop the link to, and then you can also follow me on the business on Instagram, PDS_style. But right now, in the wake of the pandemic, I can't do my in-person services, so I am doing virtual services. So we can connect via Skype, the FaceTime, whatever kind of avenue. I can help you do wardrobe editing. I'm also doing something where I could create a lookbook for you exclusively, telling you what stores you can go buy from, or even send you the links to actually buy them. I will exclusively make an exclusive lookbook just for you. And then for all the people who might be, I have this special virtual service called Combating Dysphoria for those who are trans or transitioning or whatnot.
Oh, wow.
I have an actual free service that's absolutely free for those people who are transitioning, because I understand that transition. But I have friends who have been trans, whether they're going female to male, male to female. It can be very challenging finding your new style, especially dealing with hormones and having to understand your body as it changes and how to dress it. So I am offering a free service, absolutely free service for those individuals on my website. If you go to the virtual service link, just go to Combating Dysphoria. That's the name of that service. You could book me there. It's absolutely no charge. And then I also do sell the cute little jewelry. This is because I do business, and I also have virtual services that I can help you pick the jewelry and do all that as well. But this is just a few of the pieces. Very inexpensive, and all of it is $5.
Do you
Yeah.
Do you have that piece that you had on one of your videos on your Instagram with the lace that's there, and it's like the three pieces? I really want Savon to see that one, because that one was so pretty. You had it on. Yeah, it was like a lace with the lace, and it was like silver, but it was like 3 tiers, and you had it on. You was advertising it because you was going to like a meeting or something. Girl, it is so cute. It is so cute.
I gotta get jewelry. I don't know, because I think the one was it this one.
See, come on, our Black Q community.
Mm-hmm.
No, it had like the 3 pieces draped in there. I like that one though, but it's not that one. It's got the black lace piece.
Send me the picture.
I know exactly.
It's black lace, and then it's the.
Hold on, what do I do with it?
Okay.
I've never.
But once again, y'all, it's let me show you the banner again for it. This is called Pass the Sugar, Gender Queer Boutique and Style Services, and this is the owner of it. That's one of our sponsors tonight, y'all.
Oh yeah, I like stuff like that.
Isn't it cute? I like that.
Because it has the lace, and then it goes into the layers, so it comes in blue. You got the black lace, silver chains and some beads, and then it has like blue intertwined into it. And then there's also one in gold, so that's kind of like the brown lace, silver.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
This one I haven't worn before, but it's like a different version of it.
That is cute too.
Oh yeah, I love a good old layer.
Come on now.
Pearls and metals
and so it actually comes in a set with earrings too, and it's all $5. The whole set would be $5.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah, that could all be. You could all see that on my
I
website.
try to tell you, our community, like we are creative.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
We
Agreed.
are a creative group. We are a
I mean,
creative group, and
we're
I'm
the ones
glad
who are
that you are
carrying the
with
culture
us.
as
That
quiet,
that
but as
now,
quiet as it's kept. We're carrying the culture,
We
creating
are.
it, making it, reciting it. We're doing it all.
yes,
Mhm.
We are.
right.
Indeed.
So, is there anything that you wanted to talk about that we had talked about tonight on the any other discussions that you
Um,
wanted to chime in on, or
very quickly, I appreciated the discussion on Dwayne Wade, and him supporting his beautiful daughter.
Yeah.
As someone, so the joke is in the black community. My dad went to the store and never came back. My dad literally went to work, and I never saw him since I was 4. And I saw him last, I think it was last year, because his sister, my aunt, had died, and I was at the funeral. I had reconnected with my brothers and sisters because I haven't seen any of them since I was 4, but we could reconnect around my early 20s. But I seen this man at the funeral, and he literally did not even acknowledge me. And the crazy thing is, I have little other siblings younger than me because at the time I was the youngest, but I have siblings younger than me. But every one of my siblings, he will make a Facebook status um, talking about, oh, happy birthday, or praising their children. Even me and one of my sisters even have the same birthday. Didn't even know that until like probably like 2 years ago. But he will not support me because of the fact that I'm gay or whatever. He doesn't even know I'm trans now. But so I just appreciated that discussion, especially with Father's Day coming up. I feel like for a lot of us, especially in the queer community, that day is always really, it can hit really hard. Not to say that for some of
Yes.
us, Mother's Day can't as well, but especially with our fathers and just that whole dynamic of being queer, um, and that whole thing, um, it's rewarding. It's refreshing to see Dwayne doing what he needs to be done. So I did appreciate that discussion.
Exactly.
Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
So yes, I appreciate that. But thank you all for having me. Um, I will definitely be supporting you all going forward. Um, and again, yeah, thank you for just letting me speak about my business, and what a great show you all.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. I mean, I wouldn't. To me, like I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give y'all a couple little nuggets that's been that I've heard and I picked up on. How can you bless someone else if how can you expect someone to bless you if you're not willing to bless someone else? Even though true enough, I have a small platform. Yes, I do. But if I'm doing this number right here and I'm not allowing you to come in or extending my hand to you, we're
Mm,
supposed to be trying to extend our hand up to the next person. Savon did it to me.
Mhm.
Madison's done it to me. I've done it to Zylan. I'm doing it to you. I'll do it to any person that wants to come onto my platform. And I'm not one of those types of people. I'm not looking for the clicks and view because someone told me, a very wise woman told me, it's going to grow organically. And when it grows organically, hint, hint, Savon,
You
it
can't.
will be what I needed to do with us,
Yep.
with us as a people. We each other out. So,
Yep.
I mean, if anything I can take and do and help you out, I'll help you out. Like that's why I posted you on my Instagram. I'm posting you tonight, and you'll be sponsoring us also on Tuesday. So, I mean, I'm here for it. Like I'm here for trying to us uplifting each other is the biggest
yes.
thing. And soon as Zylan drop his new tune, we finna debut some of that here too. You know what I'm saying? I
Yes.
mean, why not build a network of people that we can take and do what we got to do with? You know what I'm saying? Because we can't
Exactly.
always depend on someone else to uplift us. We have to make a lane for ourselves. So,
Exactly.
I
Yep.
mean, I hate to be cliche when I say this, but like Madison say, we all got to step our pussies up and help each other.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
with that being said, nobody else is coming in queue. So, I'm gonna give the panels their way. Y'all can take in have final say so or whatever like that. We're not gonna draw this out tonight. Some have let everybody have their final say so on what they want to say. Please mention your um Instagrams, your Facebooks if you want to put that out there, your YouTubes if you want to put that out there, and your Cash Apps. And we're gonna start winding this bad boy down. So, Zylan, you want to talk?
Yeah, I'll just go on, I'll say one last thing. Um, we need to. I'll just say this specifically. This is not just for our community. This is just for the Black community at large. We need to start unpacking and unlocking some of the past stuff that we have so we can be able to treat each other with respect and love. That's all I'm going to say. And you can find me um, on Instagram at Silent Artist, exactly how it's spelled on the display under my name. So that's it for me.
You guys.
Lee Alexander.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lee.
Just because I know people are asking, so my the brand's Instagram is PDS _style STYLE, and then my personal IG is DAGR the number 8, and then Alexander ALEXZANDER. That's my personal Instagram. And again, my website www.patsugar.com. Just an honor and a privilege to be here. I feel like I found a second family. Love you all, and I know that we are destined for greatness. I see it, and it's coming.
Make sure if you could take and send me your information on Instagram, and then with this video, I'll take and I'll link your information to the video, so I can do it like that. To I'm going to try to do something a little bit different instead of trying to, I'm gonna try to figure something else out. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Yeah.
And my co-hostess, with the mostest, the baddest, with
the baddest with the saddest.
What did you down for us tonight, baby?
I just want to thank everybody for joining and supporting. Listen, this is what it's all about. We all bring something different from our channels, and the fact that you guys ride with us, we appreciate it. You guys could be doing so many other things, and as we open back up, I'm going to stress to all of you, be careful, put your security and your safety first. Think of others as well, but make sure you're good. You guys can find me on the Savon Experience on Instagram as well as Facebook. Cash App is $T Savon Osborne. I definitely appreciate all contributions because it does help us grow and help us continue to bring content to you. I am extremely excited about the collaboration. And as I told Jasmine, just keep it authentic. Those who ride with you will ride with you and you'll grow. And those who don't, you don't want them anyway.
Amen. And again, I like to thank the whole panel for everything that they've done tonight. My co-hostess is always here. Actually, my co-host and hostess, Xylent and T. Savon. To my moderators. Let's see, who's my moderators? To Tia, my moderator, I love you, T Bless. Xylent, Savon, Shaquanja, even though y'all didn't know that, but me and Shaquanja, we actually sort of kind of cool. She reads me for feels whatever I talk about Ken. But Shayla, I love working with my Shayla. I'm surprised she didn't hop on here tonight, but everybody need a break, so I ain't even mad. And I also want to say this on my platform. I appreciate you, Savon, for the information that you gave us last night. A lot of people would not have took the time to break down Black hair because Black hair is an area that people are so scared to take and talk about. And we, as a Black culture, a lot of times don't know how to take care of our own hair. So by you, Shayla, and D-Star getting on there and actually being open and honest and letting us know some of the things, and even your mentor and your teacher came on and she dropped nuggets of gold for us. And for the people that don't understand, I'll link that video to this video at the end. Yeah. When it comes down to us and our hair is very particular, and we have to make sure that we get behind people that are licensed because they took the time to learn the knowledge and they've been practicing their crafts and know what their crafts is all about. So we have to get behind those people and support those people that support us. You know what I'm saying? Even up and coming artists like Xylent. I mean, you have to do what you got to do to support. And even if it ain't nothing that, I hate to put it like this, but Solo even said it, take and throw a video on or take and throw one of our playlists on. You ain't got to necessarily watch it. Throw it on while you're getting ready to go to sleep. muted. You know what I'm saying? We all can benefit from each one of us growing. And I just appreciate the time and effort that you took and put in with you, Shayla, and D-Star last night, and even Miss Robin when she came in, because that was very educational for me, because some of the stuff I didn't know. And it's just very educational, and I really appreciate it. Erica, be scared. The hair. Yeah, a lot of times that Savon is very passionate about, they are very scared of our hair whenever they don't know how to take and do anything to our hair. So, I can't do anything to you. Or you get big peaches sitting in the kitchen messing up your hair. Instead of coloring your hair, they're taking and trying to dye your hair, and that's not what it's technically called. It's called coloring your hair.
Right. Go out there and look
and even with
put those nuggets up, girl. Through education, you too can achieve fabulosity. Always been my slogan, and I'll leave it there. I'm done.
Period. And even with Lee, even with Lee, with him being an entrepreneur at the age that what is your pronoun, so I don't mispronounce you? What is your pronouns, Lee?
They, them.
They, them.
They, them. Even with Lee, they were and taking a building on a building block, and it's enough room for each and every one of us to take and grow. And inspiration comes from the big ones in our area, being Spilly Boy, being Madison. Madison's a big influence with each and every one of us, and a lot of us are tied to Madison. Even the smaller platforms that we're not, and I'm sorry, I'm going on a little rant right now, but you have to give respect where respect is due. Even with Shayla coming in and Shayla being who she is to each and every one of us, you know what I'm saying? With D-Star giving us a male's perspective on doing hair, because it's not a lot of male stylists out there that actually share that knowledge with them, because a lot of us in the queer community don't like to share that knowledge with people. So I'm appreciative whenever you take time out of your craft in order to take and educate people that want to be educated. I'll put it like that. With that being said, I've been long-winded enough. We're at 2 minutes and 26 seconds. We just gonna take and cut it off right here. But I do appreciate let's see. One thing. Spilly Boy, if you got like 3 minutes, jump in right quick, and you don't have to come on. Just jump in 1 second. I want to talk to you for a second. Let me put this up here. If you got 3 minutes, if you don't have 3 minutes,
You meant backstage?
Yeah. I'm gonna take y'all out on this last little commercial. I would like to come on, but I just chopped off all my hair. Oh my God. Shayla, come on here.
Yeah, Shayla, come on.
Hold on, no, don't come on here, girl. I ain't trying to see that shit. Get a cue first. The hell?
I hate you so bad.
Look, let me move, girl, because she know if you come in and look like a bald-headed scallywag, girl, I'm reading you for Phil.
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. But yeah, we about to end this. Hold on for a second, y'all. We about to end this. Cause y'all about to go in for real.
I'm not going in.
Hold on, Spilly. Hold on, Lee. Hold on, Silent. Hold on, my co-hostess. Again, if you can't love yourself, who can you love? And with that being said, I do love each and every one of y'all for coming out and being with us tonight. If you can't make yourself laugh, then what the hell is this life is for? We're gonna drop this one more time and then we out of here, y'all.